Hello, Aquarius. Welcome to Dove and Serpent Tarot. My name is Paul. If Aquarius is your sun, moon, or rising sign, this is your tarot card reading. Remember to hit the like button, leave a comment. Consider subscribing to the channel, especially if this reading resonates with you. If there is anything you would like me to pray over, or meditate upon, or send positive energy toward, please let me know. Now, this is a general reading, so try to be open and receptive to whatever may come through during our time together. I am merely the messenger, and I ask you to connect directly with each of these cards and use your own intuition to take you beyond the details that I provide. And remember, Aquarius, that the most important part of any tarot reading is you. And look at that Wheel of Fortune. I think you're somebody who is really in line with the divine timing right now, you know? And maybe you've been feeling lately that you've kind of been at the bottom of the wheel, you know, between the rubber and the road. I feel like all that's changing. I feel like a lot of very important things are happening in your life. I feel that you're kind of trusting in the universe right now. And I think that it's being proven to be of your benefit, okay? This is a Jupiter energy. This is expansiveness. This is growth. This is a lot of abundance and a lot of success. I feel like your luck is really changing, okay? This is the card of signs and symbols and synchronicities. I feel like this is your green light. This is your confirmation that things are going to start getting much, much better for you, okay? That you're on your way up. And I think that is, that's a relief. I think it's coming at the perfect time for you, okay? Trust in the signs. Trust in the universe right now. Harmonize yourself with the divine timing. I think Spirit's going to start putting the right people, places, and things on your path when and where you need them. It is up to you to recognize those, to see those signs, to follow the signs where they lead you, to take advantage, to engage, to interact. Okay, let's put this card into a little bit of context. Let's see how this is going to play out for you. This is a wonderful way to begin. Here we have a Princess of Cups. We have a Prince of Cups. We have a 10 of Cups. We have a Knight of Swords coming in. And we have an 8 of Pentacles. Very nice. Very nice. Over here we have a 5 of Swords, we have a 4 of Wands, we have an 8 of Cups, and we have the Death card. Yes, this is a path of transformation. I feel like there's something that is being left in the past for you. There's something that is kind of something that's completing. We have a 4 of Wands as well, a card of closure. Have you been having like some kind of a power struggle with somebody? I feel like there's been, maybe for like a long time, there's been some tension in a relationship or something like that, right? I feel like you're getting some closure in that aspect. With that relationship, you're going to find closure there, okay? Something that if it's an argument, if it's some kind of a power thing, that's going to be behind you as you move forward, okay? I think that there's a new cycle in your health that's beginning. Okay, I think that what you have to do with this Death card also is release any kind of draining habits or any kind of power drains or any kind of energetic leakages that might be present in your life. Releasing those, okay, is going to allow you to sort of build up and grow your physical health. Okay, so I feel like there's new cycles, a new routine. There are new things that you're doing and things that you're going to stop doing. Okay, maybe it's just something simple like you're going to start walking after meals, or you're kind of like you're turning off your phone a little bit earlier before you go to bed. These little things like that. Okay, that are going to put you on a path of some physical restoration. Yeah. I feel that with the Princess of Cups, there's some kind of a friendship or there's some kind of, again, with this relationship, there's some kind of a distance between you and somebody else. I feel like the feelings are kind of returning there. Something kind of is like, I don't want to say reigniting, but I feel like there's more intimacy maybe, or there's more connection. There's more good feelings with that person now. Okay? And so I think this is going to be a really big bonus for you in your life too. I feel like there's some kind of a dream that you've been having, or like some kind of a symbol that's been recurring to you in your daily life, and it's sort of there to confirm something for you, that you're stepping into a new chapter of growth, of transformation, of progress, of expansion. This is the fish in the percolator. Sometimes this is the card, especially with these two together. Oh man. Like, this is you paying attention to those signs and symbols and synchronicities. And I think in a very literal way, they're coming at you on a daily basis. Okay? And there's something specific. It's like a repeating number, or like a song, or some kind of a dream symbol that's letting you know that this is the moment everything is shifting in your life. Okay? You're being told to follow the signs. Now let's select our mystery card, bonus card, confirmation card. This is a random card from the Smith-Waite Tarot. This is the factor infinite and unknown. We're going to set this down right over here with Dwight K. Schrute right on top. Bears beats Battlestar Galactica. And we're not going to look at that card until the very end. It will tie everything together. It will give us the confirmation that we need at the end of the reading. If at any moment during this message you feel like you might know what that card might be, put your prediction in the comment section down beneath the video. Now, as we look around the room, we see major and major, two major arcana energies, the Wheel of Fortune and the Death card. This is a card of a new cycle, a new cosmic cycle for you, entering a season of transformation, growth, expansion in a lot of different areas of your life. This is that card of transformation. This is the card of evolution. This is the card of slow and steady progress. It's not going to be something that happens immediately overnight. This is something that you're going to be building up. It's going to be happening on a daily basis. Every day is going to be a little bit more. Things are going to be getting better and better and better, bigger, bigger, and bigger. We have fire over here. We've got water, 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 water. We got some air cards. We got, just a little bit of fire here. And I think the fire is that relationship where there's been that kind of a power struggle. And that's kind of balancing out, like the two of you, whatever this is, if this is at work or something, it kind of feels like this is a workplace thing, because it feels like there's been a struggle for power, but the two of you now are falling into a nice routine where there's more balance, and things are becoming more fair and that sort of thing. Okay. And of course we have our Earth card here, which to me feels like you're entering a new season of health consciousness, okay? Releasing the draining habits and replacing those habits with energizing, habits and practices and routines, okay? Now, the Princess of Cups, this is somebody who can perceive the signs. These are the signs happening. This is you perceiving them. Spirit's telling you to look, okay? Spirit's telling you to follow the signs, because they will kind of reveal to you where you need to really engage with life, and what things you should get involved with, and where you should put some of your attention, okay? The Princess of Cups is someone who has dreams, hopes, wishes, and aspirations. I think your dreams have been speaking to you a lot more lately, and you're being told to pay attention. Being told really to, there is a message coming in. You're being told to, really pay attention, okay? This is also the card of your emotions starting to kind of get activated again. I do feel that there's a renewed joy, a renewed pleasure that you're taking in your relationships with your friends, your family, your pets, your plants, right? I feel like it's gonna feel more fun. Hanging out with your people, it's just gonna feel more comforting, more joyous, and kind of more rewarding, more fulfilling. Yeah. The Princess of Cups is, to me, learning to kind of trust those feelings. You know, I think learning that feeling the way you feel is allowed. You know, feeling good, feeling happy, feeling connected, feeling in love, feeling like support and all that stuff is a safe thing to do. Instead of feeling like we have to be kind of on guard or we have to protect our energy all the time, this is the feeling like there are certain people in your life where you're going to be able to just kind of let loose and feel how you feel. Like it's okay to like laugh and have fun and feel good and feel safe without having to be defensive, you know? So I think that's very, very good energy here for you. So I think there is a friendship that you have where there's been some distance, okay? But now it's kind of like the intimacy or the closeness starts to happen again. And I think it's letting you know that like this person really understands you, and you're kind of like you're safe in their company. Does that make sense? And so you're able to fully like feel your feelings with them. And I don't know if maybe they're a Libra person. Down beneath the surface, we have the Prince of Cups. And this to me is somebody that is trying to maintain their inner truth despite all of the emotional energy around them. So to me, this feels like it is that kind of defensiveness. I think whatever's happening at work with that kind of power struggle, the wrestling with somebody at work, has kind of put you in a very like protective mode where you are trying not to let yourself be affected by the emotions of others. So we're kind of guarded in a way, okay? This is that card of authenticity. This is the card that really says like what you desire in life is to just feel like it's okay to be yourself. Yeah, feel like it's okay to be your true and authentic self and not have to sort of like take on the emotions of other people. Does that make sense? Sometimes, I feel like with this card, I feel like you're probably an empath, okay? Because I feel that you are very sensitive to the vibes around you. And I think that there's been a conscious awareness of that fact. And so you've been consciously protecting your energy against the vibes of other people, right? Against any kind of emotional influence. Yeah. But I feel like that the necessity for that is lifting. I feel like there was a time where, yes, that was a very good idea. Protect yourself, kind of put your authentic self under the surface and protect it, right? I feel like with the Princess of Cups that now it's okay for you to be yourself again. Like there's I think a particular relationship where you really do feel understood and accepted, where you don't have to be so defensive or so on guard. Okay? I feel like you're stepping into a new chapter in your life. And it's something that's going to unfold slowly over time. Okay? The 10 of Cups here in the background, this is satiety. This is a fullness. Okay? This is how you want your life to feel. It's not necessarily the color of the wallpaper, what kind of furniture you have, what it looks like. This is your ideal feeling of life. Okay? And so it's implying that you've always known how you wanted your life to feel, and it hasn't felt that way. I think you're stepping into a season now where you're going to get closer to this ideal. Because this is relationships, this is your work satisfaction, this is your physical health, right? This is kind of like everything in your life is starting to really feel the way you wanted it to feel. Now, it may not ever be perfect, but this is kind of what you've been aiming toward. Okay? And I think that because this is behind you, this has always been your motivation. And now we see that when there's trouble at work, we don't feel the bliss of the 10 of Cups, right? When there's distance in this relationship that's very important to you, we maybe don't feel that kind of bliss. when there are physical things that you think are kind of draining you or making life a little bit more difficult, then again, obviously, we're not quite reaching that 10 of Cups. I feel like the Wheel of Fortune is ushering in sort of these, the dreams or the symbols or the synchronicities are kind of leading you into, guiding you toward a new chapter where those areas that are lacking are going to start picking up and are going to start expanding and resolving, like the health issues, like the work thing, like that relationship aspect, maybe with a Libra person. Okay, maybe. The Knight of Swords up here at the top, to me this feels like it's a communication that's coming in very quickly. So I feel like this distant relationship that you have, and that might be the thing that's really on your mind the most, is that maybe it's like a best friend, or maybe it's a lover or a spouse, but it feels like there's been a distance. It feels like the two of you just haven't really been able to connect. I kind of feel like they're reaching out. Okay, I feel like they're kind of like they're trying to bridge the gap. And I think it's going to make you feel really, really happy. There's going to be part of you that's a little bit hesitant to be happy. I think Spirit's saying it's okay for you to feel that. Like it's a good thing. It's okay for you to let yourself experience those emotions, and kind of trust the feeling. That's kind of the big thing here. Is trusting how you feel and not saying, no, I don't want to, Don't try to maintain that distance because you're a little bit suspicious of this person kind of reaching out to you and trying to communicate with you and trying to it feels like reigniting the relationship, or like trying to like be close with you again. Okay? Because I feel like it is something that you do want. Yeah. The Eight of Pentacles in the future position, that's a card of growth. That's a card of paying attention. Okay? It's a card of prudence and caution. So it's basically Spirit saying, don't rush. Okay? You don't have to rush back into that friendship with this person or whatever that intimacy was. You don't have to rush back into a a balanced kind of agreement or a compromise at work. You don't have to rush into anything. Your feelings you're gonna be very happy with the way things are going, but you can still tread carefully. Okay? You don't want to block those things from happening, but you don't want to rush into them either. So take it slow. Pay attention. Follow the signs, because the signs are going to show you where you need to focus your attention, what you need to look at further, what you need to put a little bit of extra work into. Okay? And I think a lot of that is coming by way of your dreams. I think you've always had vivid dreams. And I think that you've always been really in touch with synchronicity. Okay? I think you see a lot of symbols and signs and stuff. And I think right now especially, I feel like there is some kind of a dream image or something that's like, it's like you dream about a certain object or something, right? And then you start to see it in your daily life. I think that's a big indication from Spirit that you're on the right track. But just take it slow, pay attention. Focus on your physical health. Even when this work thing starts to balance out and this personal relationship starts to really feel good again, make sure you just focus on you as well. Okay? Don't get so enraptured by those outside relationships that you forget to water your own garden. Okay? You can do both. You can be very happy about the work situation stabilizing. You can be very happy about that close personal relationship getting better and feeling more close again and experiencing that joy. But make sure that you don't allow any energy leakages, Make sure that you focus on your physical health and well-being. There are habits that you need to minimize a little bit. Okay? So this is really part of this new cycle is the health focus. Cutting back on things that aren't too good for you. And instead replacing them with things that will energize you. Drink a little more water, get a little more sleep, eat some healthy food, that sort of thing. reduce the stress. Okay? Reduce the stress. And focus on maintaining the harmony and the balance of those relationships, the work and the personal. Because it's going to be very important. I think that the way forward for you is really focusing on the right kind of balance in your life. Okay, I think the work thing was taking up a lot of your time or a lot of your like mental bandwidth. Okay, you were also in the background stressed out about this relationship, this personal relationship where there has been that distance. Okay, and I think the stress, 5 of Swords, has taken a big toll on your physical health. So I think making sure that you try to reduce as much stress as you can is going to be very helpful for you. Okay, because stress is very draining on your physical body. So pay attention to your needs, okay, as well as maintaining that relationship and this relationship over here. Now, I want you to claim this reading, and I want you to let me know in the comments that this is for you, if this is resonating with you. Subscribe to the channel, okay? Your general energy has been stress, plain and simple, stressed out. You're at the bottom of the wheel, feel stress. Spirit is saying all that is changing, okay? Follow the signs. Let me know what the signs are that you've been witnessing, okay? And embrace this new kind of timeline. Embrace this new season that Spirit is bringing you into, okay? Because things are going to stabilize. Things are going to harmonize. Things are going to start feeling better. There's going to be healing. There's going to be growth. There's going to be a reduction of stress. Okay. Anytime we get a 5, we start looking for the 4. And well, we immediately see the 4 here in the environment, the 4 wands. So I feel like this is the career thing, the workplace. It's some kind of a power struggle. I don't know. I guess it could be happening at home. It feels like it's kind of somebody at work. But in other words, it feels like it's somebody that you kind of have to see every day. You know? So it's kind of like you're going to figure out a way that the two of you can work together in a way that you don't have to be best friends, okay? You don't have to enjoy seeing them, but you're going to function together in a way that works, okay? So it's maybe you're going to just kind of split the responsibilities. You're going to stay out of each other's way. You're going to establish a system that works, a way to function together so you both can do what you need to do with minimal stress. So it's that it has been a clash kind of thing. Yeah. Now I feel like there's a flow. Again, it's not beauty and harmony. It's not a best friend energy. We're not like, we're teammates. Yeah, hurrah. No. It is like we're just going to kind of tolerate each other. It's going to work. It's going to be like you do your thing over there. I'll do my thing over here. And we'll try not to butt heads. So it's kind of like, it's developing a system that's going to work, a kind of compromise, okay? That's going to keep things flowing in a way. And so it could be a family member, it could be someone you live with. It's just kind of like maybe like trying to time things the right way, or like to kind of avoid having to like butt heads at the same time with each other. It's just kind of you do your thing, they do theirs. You're figuring out something that works. Okay. The 8 of Cups in the position of the fear, worry, and concern. And that really is part of the stress here, is feeling like things are getting worse. Feels like when you're at the bottom of the wheel, between the rubber and the road, you're getting ground down. And it keeps happening, and we're starting to feel worse. I think things seem like they're not progressing in a good way. It feels like we're kind of being run ragged. See, these cups are all chipped and broken and leaking, right? So that's kind of how it feels to be at the bottom of the wheel, right? And Spirit is telling you that everything is changing now, that there is going to be this gradual unfolding of like this brand new chapter, okay? Where there will be healing of your vessel, and there will be a restoration of your health and well-being, of these relationships are going to stabilize. Everything is going to start to feel better and better and better. Don't expect it to happen overnight. It's not going to be at the snap of a finger or the drop of a hat. It's going to have to unfold slowly. Okay? But just know that if you're following the signs and you're paying attention, you will have the confirmation that things are going in the right direction. Okay? And these cups will kind of come back together. They will be restored. There will be healing. There will be replenishment and refreshment. Because I think the biggest fear for you is that this is kind of a very pessimistic card. It's kind of saying, I'm at the bottom and there's no hope. Spirit's sending that signal to you to tell you that, no, there is hope. Okay? Don't ignore the signs, because they're going to show you exactly what you need to focus on in order to make your life better, so that you feel better, so that you get closer to your ideal life feeling. It doesn't matter what the life looks like. It doesn't matter the color of the wallpaper. What matters to you is how it feels. You want your life to feel better in all different realms, not just in one particular area. The Death card is slow and steady change over the course of time. It's not in a hurry. It's not rushing. But it's getting to everybody eventually, right? So this is that idea that, look, it's just a little bit every day. Little things here and there are making the biggest difference. A drop in the bucket every day. How do you eat the elephant, right? One bite at a time. How do you fill the ocean? One drop at a time. Yeah. And so it's kind of talking about that, just the daily process, especially in your physical habits. It's kind of like just little things that you can do throughout the day. Drink a little bit more water, get a little bit more rest, and try to do it again tomorrow. Okay? And I think that you will see over time your life is going up and to the right. It's going in the correct direction. But it's slow and it's steady. Don't get discouraged if you wake up tomorrow and you look around and things look exactly the same, or you feel exactly the same. You're starting these new things, these new processes, and these new habits, and you're making that daily effort that is going to lead to change, massive change over the long term in how you feel. The way you feel, you don't change how you feel overnight. Okay? It takes consistent sort of effort, and it takes commitment. It takes a willingness to kind of repeat, to continue that process, even when there may not be any overt indications of progress. You keep doing it knowing that Spirit's going to send you those subtleties, those synchronicities that let you know that what you're doing is improving things. And again, it's not about what you see visually, your ability to see that things are improving, but you're going to feel it. You're going to feel things are getting better. You're going to feel a little bit more joy, moments of happiness, moments of curiosity and pleasure and, excitement, moments of connectedness, those moments of feeling like you're in tune with the universe, Hang on to those. Those are the important moments. Let's look at the mystery card. I would like to see a 9 of cups. I think a 6 of cups would be pretty cool, and maybe a 6 of anything would be nice. I feel like it's going to be more water energy. Okay, may even be an ace, maybe a 2. If you have a prediction, put it in the comments down below. Let's see what we have. Knight of Pentacles, perfect. Because the Knight of Pentacles is looking into the future, is ready to begin. First of all, the Knight is not moving, is looking into the future, seeing the future. Seeing, in this case, not seeing the 10 of Pentacles, but seeing the 10 of Cups. Seeing the future life of happiness and bliss. And is just about ready to begin that journey. So to me, this feels like it is the beginning of a new chapter for you. It's the beginning of you creating the future that you really want to feel. and you're ready and you're prepared, and it's I think you're following those signs. It's like you're following the trail. You're like a tracker, and you're following the trail every step of the way. So this journey is just about to begin, and this is going to be a new chapter that Spirit is kind of guiding you toward and going to lead you through. Okay, and it's something that is for the long term. So it's not about something happening really, really fast, okay, and then being gone very, very fast. It's something that takes time to build, but it's going to last forever. Okay, you're building habits for your physical health that are going to be there for the long haul. You're creating this new connected relationship, this intimate relationship with this friend or this family member or this spouse or whatever. That's a relationship, that's an intimacy that's going to be there for you for the long haul, okay? And even this thing with the work thing, with this conflict at work, that's going to be a work situation that's going to be stable for the long haul. This is your career, this is your work, or whatever that relationship is. That's not really going anywhere. It may never get past just that Four of Wands sort of we're tolerating each other stage, but that's okay. That's still a massive improvement, right? Anyway, we're going to do an extended reading. If you want to stick around, we'll do an I Ching hexagram. We'll do some oracle cards. There's a link in the corner. There's a link right beneath the video. New readings for Aquarius on Tuesdays and Fridays. Be sure to watch both readings. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't yet. Leave a comment and let me know where in the world you're watching from. I want you to know that you are the most important part of Dove and Serpent Tarot. I thank you and I love you. And we are all in this together.